It's Zolak and Bertrand, and it's Hump Day. Happy Hump Day, Zo.
I love it. Short week, Hump Day.
There you go.
Yes. How's your windshield?
Oh, yeah.
What a troll.
You had to do that. What a troll you are, right out of the gate.
Just ask. I'm concerned.
You're not concerned. You're not concerned at all. Not even a little bit are you concerned.
Did you even call one yet? Did you even call a company
No,
yet?
I didn't. I'm looking for a new one, actually.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a new one. I think I found one.
Franklin Auto Glass is
a
a hell of a
good
job.
mobile company that's a local company that I think I'm going to give a ring to, maybe an email today.
Good for you.
Yeah, I was driving home yesterday, and I, for the third time in 18 months, rock to windshield while driving on the highway, and another broken windshield. It's just the amount of driving I do to come here. That's all. It's what it comes down to. Yeah. I increase my chances of that happening with how much I drive. This one was bad. It was loud. It wasn't. I didn't see it.
You hear it, man.
You hear it. You don't see it, and it was like bang, and it caught right near the top of the windshield, almost on the roof, and it sent a crack probably 15 inches long. 12 to 15. That's like a snowstorm.
See, the problem with
I'd say we're in the 12 to 15 range.
Jackpot, yeah.
12 to 16, somewhere in there. I cannot believe how long of a crack it left based on it didn't like put a hole through the windshield.
Yeah. It's good though, but at least it's drivable.
It is drivable.
The problem with our trucks is we have those massive mirrors, the rear view mirrors, and there's sort of those sensor systems attached to it for the mirrors, and I can't even clip like a parking pass on it. You know what I mean? You know, like how they have the hanging thing?
I'll tell you what I'm not doing. I'm not going aftermarket glass this time.
No?
OEM equipment, my friend. Original.
Yeah, you got to do that.
I'm going with the authentic piece of glass for my Ram.
Shoes are big.
Not going aftermarket.
Shoes and jeans are big aftermarket. Like you could.
I'm not going aftermarket
stores.
Is that right?
Get some good deals. Yep. Jeans, shoes.
Too much at stake. Too much going on there. The rain sensor, the front collision warning stuff, which is already
These are first world problems you guys have.
These really are. I got to make sure authentic piece
nice
of
trucks.
glass.
Yeah.
Okay. Not messing
You
around
ever think
with
it
that.
drives itself too? That's sort of that eye system.
It drives itself?
Stays in the lane.
Stays in the lane. I have that.
One,
yeah, lane
lane
departure.
assist?
Yeah, lane
Mine's
assist.
sort
I
of
got it. I turn it off. Turn that off.
Yeah, hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like a jerk in the
I'm
chest.
not a stay in the lane kind of guy.
No, yeah.
No, I like swerving in and out.
If I want out, I'll get out.
Yeah. Don't you worry about me.
Yeah.
I think that's probably best for people that are driving late at night, maybe a little tired. That's probably best for those
Milliken.
people. Or Milliken. Milliken could absolutely use
right.
that.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. All right. Well, thanks for doing that. Thanks for throwing that in my face.
Just asking about it, that's all. It was bugging you.
I hope you go look at it today when you leave.
I'll take a peek.
Yeah, I know you like that type of thing. Yeah. Zoe will give a full examination, full opinion on it.
Can I get my fingernail in it? Just
how deep? Yeah.
He'll give a full full write up if you want it. He's in for that. Mike,
you ever have a buddy that punched a windshield like when you're out, you're on the way home? I've had one of those.
No,
I haven't done it.
Punch the windshield? Why would you do that? It's just like
had a good time on the way out. Just like he's just an idiot.
Max Lane did that.
No,
I just don't. Anytime you tell a story like that, I assume it was Max Lane.
Yeah, he's in the back, passed out.
All right,
quarter sticking to his butt, everything. Yeah.
Well, today Mike Vrabel is going to have his first press conference in a bit as the OTAs get underway for the New England Patriots. What do you think the tone of that is going to be today?
Football.
Yeah.
You won't get one question on it. I predict that.
You don't think he's going to get one question?
No.
I'm not sure he is.
Someone might try to slide one in, but he's just be like, guys, ladies, I've talked about this, okay? We're not talking about this anymore. I'm here. We're talking about football. You want to ask me OTA questions? We'll talk about the OTAs. Next question. That's what you'll get. What do you think he's going to get in there? He's going to step up to the podium, so they're going to start singing him questions?
No, I don't think he's going to get peppered, but I think there's going to be at least one question about it.
And I think anyone who wants a question on it needs to say what that question is at this point in time. That's what I would want to know. What's the question? I'm struggling to come up with what the right question would be.
What is your question? After everything that's happened, you've seen all the pictures, the videos, your commentary. What's the question after this?
Well, you want to hear from Tony Farmer?
Oh, sure.
Tony Farmer's thoughts on the media going at Vrabel.
tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, Mike Vrabel takes the podium, and it's beat writers' first real opportunity to ask him questions. I say real opportunity because that first time it was an awkward press conference. Writers were told to stick to questions about football. The second press conference at the draft was strange and questions weren't able to be asked. This is the first real opportunity that beat writers like Christopher Price, Andrew Callahan, Ben
Price,
Karen G.
Just naming names.
Come on.
Hard hitters.
That's Price. That's not Price's style. Give me a break. Who else he named? Callahan? Callahan would if it was pertinent, if there was something pressing.
Callahan's the one that got him off the podium during the draft.
Yeah.
His question.
So he would ask. It gets better. There's more to this.
Beat writers like Christopher Price, Andrew Callahan, Ben Volen, Karen G. Sorry, I can't pronounce your last name, but I heard you were the one asking the toughest questions at that first press conference. Mike Reese, who has a picture of Mike Vrabel in his X profile. Is Mike Reese going to be asking tough questions tomorrow? This is these writers' first opportunity to ask the questions that we've all been wondering. The questions that are in the headlines now.
What are they?
Who paid for that hotel? $2,000 a night hotel in Sedona.
Can we pause? Nobody cares who paid for the hotel. He brought this up when he was on with us. Do you care?
No.
Why do we care about that? If it was the New England Patriots, why do I care? If it was Vrabel, why do I care? If it was Dianna Russini, why does any of that matter? I get it. Like Dianna Russini buying a hotel room for a stay, it's basically paying off or providing benefits to someone you cover. And I understand that journalistically that's a problem. But that's the least of the problems in this case.
Or the other way around, though. Mike Vrabel buys it and she's a voter for Coach of the Year.
Do you know what? You know why that doesn't matter? Because they were a freaking couple for crying out loud.
I agree with you. I don't think it matters.
So who the hell cares who paid for the room? On the list of transgressions that is way down the list and really isn't even relevant based on what was going on. So I'm out on that, Tony Farmer. Out on that.
Who paid for that hotel? $2,000 a night hotel in Sedona. Remember, if Mike Vrabel paid for it, that's a problem because he just won Coach of the Year, and Dianna Russini is a Coach of the Year voter.
That's really a sticking point? Who paid for the hotel room? I can guarantee you no one's asking that question today. Guarantee you it won't be asked.
No, that won't be asked.
It's just not important at all.
And it would have already been asked if they were going to ask.
Who cares?
Well, to your point, like you
what
can
does
say
it
that
matter?
it was a gift and she's a vote. They were in a full-blown relationship, like you said. Like we've already crossed that threshold.
Matter?
Yeah.
Like, what does it matter? That's totally irrelevant.
The media here told us it wasn't a story for the longest time. Now they're going to come out and ask all these.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's
questions.
the other element of it. They all just would tell you it wasn't a football story, which it very much was from day one. But they tried to avoid covering it. They didn't want to talk about it and cover it. And so they didn't for a few weeks until they had no choice. Until their arms were twisted into covering the damn story. But I don't think at this moment in time there is a pressing question, and I'm not going to fault them for not going there today. I don't know what that question would be. I'm struggling to come up with something that I need to know right now from Mike Vrabel that I think you might get even a half answer on.
Yeah, I don't know how you advance this.
Who paid for the hotel room?
But if it's just straight football, does that still feel like kind of ignoring the elephant in the room?
Yes.
No,
don't you have to
I actually don't believe that.
No?
And I'll tell you why.
Because we're talking about people asking the question. Like, how can it not be the elephant in the room? Like, why would we just start talking football?
Because we're at a point now where it is going to be a
monitoring press conference.
It's going to be about football from here on forward with him. And I would tell you that you can't blame him for the team not, I guess, following his messaging or him having the buy-in. We have zero evidence that any of that has been a problem to this point because they haven't been doing anything. They're not there. They're not working. And so if that pops up, then I think there will be questions about this. But at this point in time, there is absolutely no reason to believe that is the case because they're not here and the players haven't been working as a team yet.
Could you ask him
or
something?
playing games?
We haven't heard him talk, though, since he missed day 3 of the draft.
Yes.
Like, don't you have to circle back and ask about that? Or ask about, hey, this has already impacted your your ability to do your job, has it in another example, or will it moving forward? Isn't that a question?
I don't think that's an unfair question. You could certainly ask that and be within reason. That's a reasonable question.
I was going to say
You've
no.
missed work.
Yeah.
Have you missed any more work since the day 3 of the draft as a result of what's been going on in your offseason? Or do you expect to miss any more time or be away from the team to work through whatever it is you're working through away from the team in your personal life? Those are fair questions, and they wouldn't be gotcha questions or who paid for the hotel room.
Right.
That's a reasonable question.
It's like, look into the light. Tell us now.
Right.
And
what were you doing on the pontoon?
And let me tell you this.
Yeah.
If that's brought up, it actually can help him if the answer is no, that was a one-time thing, and I appreciate that my colleagues for helping cover that day and do a great job. And no, going forward, I'm here every single day, so you don't have to worry about that. Like he could be set up to say something that is positive for him.
It kind of puts it on a tee for him. I'm with you, yeah. So
that would be a reasonable question, one that he wouldn't have to scoff at. Do I think it gets asked? No. Do I think that question is super necessary? I don't. I really don't. We're waiting on the Dianna Russini press conference. That's the one we need. That's the sit down that we need on the Today Show the day before the opener. That's when Savannah, sit down with Dianna. Savannah and Dianna having a little time together. You know who was on there today? So weird. Gwyneth Paltrow. We were just talking about her
and her baby Apple.
And she was talking about Apple, who's now an actress, and oh, by the way, looks just like her mother. And their son has a record deal already. How about that? Moses.
Guess the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Oh, look at that. Look at that T-Bone.
He's ready.
Let's get your calls. 617-779-0985. I've had some people ask me, hey, the A.J. Brown thing's really done, right? Like, there's no chance he's not coming here. Maybe this will help those people. Maybe this will make those people feel better that are concerned that A.J. Brown would end up somewhere else, because Jason McCourty says it's a done deal, baby. It's in the bag. You can book it. We'll get to that next.
While you're working, so are they. If you can call sitting around talking about sports work.
Okay, so what are we talking about here?
Zolak and Bertrand, the Sports Hub.
I thought maybe I'd come back. Just maybe, like the football gods would reward me with AJ being moved already. Because I'm with the count, like, just like, can we just be done? Can we done? It's not June 1st yet.
You gotta be patient. June.
Is that it? Or, like, is he going to be a Patriot?
All the people that are on the inside and that they know continue to echo the same sentiment that it's almost a done deal that he's going to be a New England Patriot. It always feels like whenever something is said for that long, for about a month now, this has been stated, you always feel like something could potentially happen. Is there another team that may come into the mix? It does feel like he's on his way out of Philadelphia. The Patriots just make so much sense. The relationship, obviously, that he has with Mike Vrabel, going there with a quarterback in Drake Maye, and what they were able to do last year, getting to the Super Bowl, giving him a target on the outside like an A.J. Brown that can dictate coverage on the defensive side of the ball, a guy that can get open on a third down and be able to throw one up to him. So this just feels like it's going to be the move to happen. And I think for both sides, it would be the right move. It seems like A.J. is not going to be in Philly, is not a fit, and it makes a ton of sense for New England.
All right, too much sense. It's happening. Sources, ground sources, people telling them it's a done deal. You think it's the guy at the condo complex that tipped off Jason McCourty like they did Big Jim Murray?
Those guys are in there a lot. They're in and out of the building a lot. They do a lot of things in the off season, through the charities and stuff, and through the alumni. They talk to people.
Do you talk to people, though?
I do.
Yeah, what do they say?
We'll see. Which is yes. We'll see. I would usually get the no chance. I can do that. They do give it some time here. We'll see. That's a yes. So, did you order the 11 Brown jersey yet?
No. Good call.
I have.
You already ordered it?
Yep.
How do you know he's wearing 11?
Just taking a shot.
Just taking a shot?
Taking a shot.
You going to wear it the day I wear my Lomu jersey?
No, I got it for the kid. Yeah.
Oh, you're not going to wear one?
I'm not going to wear it.
Why not? For fun? Just for fun, for a day. I rock a Lomu. You rock.
Okay, maybe.
Jersey Day.
Jersey Day.
We should do Jersey Day here. We should do theme days of like what to wear.
Oh, summer.
I like that.
I'm serious.
I think that's fun.
Yeah, like golf shirt day, like a red golf shirt day, like Tiger's red Sunday shirt.
What day is the first day of us bringing in our junk to get rid of?
I have a package that showed up in my garage. I don't know what the hell it is.
What do you mean?
I didn't order it.
How big
You're going to
are we
go
talking?
mystery box here?
Mystery box.
It's a tall, it looks like a golf club or something like
Someone sent you
big
something, you don't even know what it
cylinder
is?
thing in a long square box.
Open it up.
I don't want to open it up. I didn't order it.
Is it ticking?
No.
Is it leaking?
No.
Okay, good.
No, it's not a Jell-O mold
All right.
with cat food in
Cat,
it. Yeah.
cat. All right. But you've ordered the jersey.
Yeah.
That tells me you've got a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I do.
You're feeling really good about this.
That's going to be a hell of a jersey if it doesn't happen. I'll have to get him to sign it somehow. If it doesn't happen.
Well, they're going to be here at joint practices, I guess. So, you know, if he's still in with Philly,
That
you
is
can
right.
pop on over.
Fun. That's going to be a fun week.
Do you think he'll get Mike Vrabel will get asked about that today at 11:30?
Yes.
Has to be asked about the wide receiver position, right?
Right. That's the way to ask it. Don't ask about A.J. Brown. Ask him how he feels about his group. And does he think there's room for improvement?
Yeah, like there's been what? Rumors.
Exactly.
Hey, there's been rumors.
Exactly.
Kayshon Boutte isn't there. Is he in the building today?
Kayshon Boutte's not here. Do you need to go out and get a replacement coach? Do you need to do that?
What type of receiver are you looking for, Mike?
Describe the receiver you're
Is he
looking
big?
for. Yeah.
Is he strong?
What number would he wear?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what age would you need him to be? How about 225, 6'1", something like that? Would that be okay?
Coach, there's
What
guys in
type
the
of
league.
compensation would you be willing to give up for a receiver like that?
Yeah, if you're, someone that's got a real track record of success.
Coach, you probably shouldn't count out guys in the league that they question their knees and stuff, but like there's guys that can play through stuff, right? And be very productive towards the end of their
Have
career.
you ever coached anyone like that? I don't know.
Just, I think guy who's able to make really big, important catches, kind of a big dude. Maybe someone who likes to read, Someone who really likes
Watch him have a book club.
Personal
Watch him start
growth.
a book club.
And self-help books. Have you ever thought of that?
And cheesesteak.
What's the name of the book? I got to read the book now before he gets here.
I'll look it up for you.
Yeah, make sure we look that up. A.J. Brown's book was Inner Excellence, Train Your Mind for Extraordinary Performance and the Best Possible Life by mental skills coach Jimmy Murphy. What are you blowing it off for? It might be a great book.
It's like those Anthony Robbins things.
I don't think it's necessarily got an Anthony Robbins twist to it.
Self-help guy.
Number 1 New York Times bestseller by Jim Murphy. Amazon user customer review rating of 4.7 out of 5 stars. People really like this book.
Wow.
Would you like me to read the first short
Sure.
review by a guy named Donald? He said, while this might seem like a book about performance, it's truly a guide to living, exploring the choices we make each day in our lives. Although the book draws on experiences with athletes and high achievers, its principles apply just as well to individuals beyond the world of sports. And then it gets a lot deeper than that in this review, but he gave it 5 stars. 5 stars.
Day after the game, it sold over 10,000 copies after he was seen on the sideline. We should give you some of like Maz's books to bring to game days and see if we get pictures taken and we can boost up some of those sales.
We have an audiobook sample of this book that A.J. Brown enjoys. Why don't we get to that? Let's hear it.
In the sky, there's no distinction between east and west. People create distinctions in their own minds and then believe them to be true. Gautama Siddhartha, Zen master.
Yes.
You know what, pal?
Tyrone ran for the fence, but didn't quite make it. The store owner unloaded his shotgun at the kids who he thought broke his window.
Whoa. That gets deep.
Yeah, what was it? That took a twist.
Oh, what happened to the kids? I hope he missed.
5 years old. Ty grew up in the Lafayette Court housing project of East Baltimore. His father was a drug dealer and spent most of Ty's childhood in prison. It was a time of survival. Tyrone saw a kid get stabbed multiple times, another beaten to death with a baseball bat, and another shot in the back on the basketball court.
And this is all based on real stories, right? I'm in, McCone. I'm reading the book.
I know when I look at
this
the sky.
This is not fiction. This is real.
Yeah.
I know when I look at the sky, where's the sun? The sun rises in the east, sets in the west. So I could dictate direction by looking at the sky, pal. Okay. So I'll need you to tell me that there's no direction. Look up.
Depends on the time of day.
Right there. I'm like, yeah, true.
You ever think of that?
You're a locker room problem.
You are. Yeah.
Problem solver. I'm a non-problem creator. I keep it loose. I make you want to stay
Not
in
everybody
there.
wants to keep it loose.
Not everybody wants
right?
a donut. Yeah.
Right. Not everybody
wants to reach into the box.
Sit in your locker. Yeah. It's a cool thing about those SEC schools. They got those big locker rooms with those big
Ridiculous
chairs and recliners.
Yeah.
You can sleep in them.
Yeah.
Some have the pods you pull over. That make you stay in your locker room.
Colt is in South Carolina today. Colt.
Yeah, hey fellas. I know. I don't know if you guys saw, but Arizona's apparently shopping Josh Sweat, the edge rusher. He had 12 sacks last year. 29 years old. Apparently, they front-loaded his contract, so he doesn't have a ton of guaranteed money left, but he's got a few years term. I'm just curious. What do you guys think? Would he be a good fit? I think he's going for like a couple mid-round picks.
Isn't he kind of old? How old is he?
29.
Okay, so he's not even 30 yet. I thought he was older than that. Interesting. I didn't know they were shopping him. What happened there?
It's a good player. I mean, we talked about those guys Super Bowl week. That week, they were in a Super Bowl. We were down, New Orleans? It was New Orleans when Eagles played, right? Once.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, Sweat was one of the guys on the cover, like of all the signage. It was him and A.J. Brown.
Had a close relationship with Jonathan Gannon, who the Cardinals moved on from in the offseason.
Had 12 sacks, as he mentioned last year, 55 sacks in his career. He got 2 contracts with Philadelphia. He's on his 3rd deal, right?
Yeah. He's a good player.
Man, why are they... He signed a 4-year, $76.4 million deal with the Arizona Cardinals. Is it front loaded? Let me take a quick peek at that.
I mean, you paid Chazon $11 million for it. He went and signed a 1-year deal with Washington, and then you in turn brought in a guy from Baltimore. Sort of jury's out there, which is this guy really good. And you give him $36 million. So you already spent a little bit at the edge.
The contract is manageable. It's not cheap, but it's manageable.
Yeah.
They didn't front load it in a major way. He's still going to basically over the next 3 years, if you kept him for each of the next 3 years, he'd make $18 million a year. So for a good pass rusher, that's not crazy money, but pass rushers after the age of 30 are hit or miss. Some of them can really hang on and do it for a while. Some of them fall off a cliff.
Matthew Judon?
And you took the words right out of my mouth. Matthew Judon being the best example of that. And I think wisely, Elliot Wolf was like, we're done with this guy. We're not giving him any more money, and moved on from him. It looks like you can get out of this deal, though, after this coming season. So you could go like one and done with him, I think. But just looking that up without knowing we were going to talk about this, I'd have to keep looking at the money and see what the damage would be on the always believable salary cap. But do you think they could use more help on the edge?
Yes.
I think they could.
Always.
So that intrigues me a little bit. I think Joey Bosa was a name we threw around a little bit in the offseason. He's still out there. He doesn't have a team yet, as far as I know. So, I don't know. Maybe that's a good question for today. Need a little more edge help? What are you going to do on the edge? Mike Vrabel coming up at 11:30. We'll carry it live here on Zolak and Bertrand. Speaking of competition and players getting back out there, more commentary on Will Campbell and his future at left tackle. That's on the way.
Zolak and Bertrand.
Zolak and who?
On the Sports Hub.
Talked about the left tackle position a little bit going into this year with the drafting of Caleb Lomu, who will play this year and will get playing time. He was a first-round draft pick. He will be on the field. He will be making an impact for the 2026 Patriots. They're not going to shelf their first-round draft pick. The question is, where is he going to play? Is he going to play at right tackle? Is he going to beat out Will Campbell for the left tackle job? Is that even a possibility? Is the team even open to it? I think they are. I think it would take a hell of a performance and a hell of a preseason from now until September for the first-round draft pick, but I do think it's within play. It's in play. It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Crazy not to have it be a possibility.
They play the 5 best guys. I mean, they're not going to publicly say, hey, Will, they're competing for it. They'll back Will publicly, but they'll watch it. There's no doubt, because if he starts making a jump and you say, ooh, this kid might be better than we expected, like we got to find a spot for him.
That to me is a good question for today. Where's Caleb Lomu playing, Mike Vrabel? Where do you have him slotted in? So we'll see if that gets asked in the OTA press conference at 11:30. Let's talk about this, though, more with some commentary from Taylor Kyles talking about the left tackle spot and Will Campbell.
I want to see him keep guys from getting in his chest consistently. So in pass pro, that's probably the biggest thing. Is like, I want to see him being the aggressor more often, but with a level of controlled aggression, right? Where you're not just trying to get an aggressive vertical set and then you're just completely oversetting yourself, like I mentioned, and leaving yourself vulnerable. So I want to see more tempered aggression in the run game. Just be more assignment sound. There were just too many times where, especially on the tosses, at times he didn't seem to know where exactly he was supposed to go or who he was supposed to block. Not all the time, but enough that I was like, that looked weird for somebody who did this very well in college. So really the consistency is the biggest thing. But at the end of the day, look, unless he's a Pro Bowl left tackle, I think there's every reason to still kind of kick it around if you are thinking, look, this may be what's best for Caleb Lomu, but we also think that Will Campbell will be okay on the right side.
We think Will Campbell will be okay, and what's best for Caleb Lomu is to play on the left side. That's the way we're going to approach it. Boom, boom, done. Sign me up. Sign me up.
What's your jersey committee?
It's going to be like a Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum thing. Are you a Lomu guy or you a Campbell guy? What are you?
I don't know yet.
Caleb or Will? Which guy are you all about?
I'll pick the nasty
or RT.
I'll play the one that plays. I'll pick the one that plays a little bit of an edge to it and not soft. I'll do that.
That seemed targeted right there. What you just said.
Tell you what I like to take the player.
I'll take the guy who can block.
Yeah.
Take his edge. I'll take the guy who gets the job done. That's what I'll take. And if it's Lomu, I want that to be the guy. If it's Will Campbell who's having a big bounce back, then I'll take Will Campbell as the guy. But the team went so far out of their way to defend Will Campbell last year, right out of the gate after being drafted, and then defending him again after the season had ended. Which he was defended, was he not?
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, big time stamp of approval.
It's our tackle.
I want to know if that changes.
Yep.
I want to know if that messaging starts to shift at all, starting now, about the left tackle spot. I mean, this is one of the positions that's really, in my mind, like, it's still a question mark. What you got out of Will Campbell wasn't good enough. Were there good stretches? Absolutely. Was it good enough? No. Was it acceptable because you wrote it off as he's a rookie? Yes. He's not a rookie anymore. Now you get graded like everybody else. And that would not have graded him, enough. That's just not good enough for them and for this quarterback. See if it gets asked today. It was soft. Who are you calling soft?
Nobody.
Oh, really?
Just looking for the type of lineman I like.
It's weird.
Player.
Comparing Tatum and Brown, and all of a sudden that comes out.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Don't push him, McCone.
So is it Lomu or Tatum that you're calling soft?
I don't know yet.
I'm just trying to figure out which guy you don't like.
I don't know. No, I want the aggressor, the attacker, the pancaker.
Well, as you heard Taylor Kyle say, you had Will Campbell with guys in his chest all the time. Right here.
Short arms.
Short arms. Can't stop it. Can't slow down the attack. He's going to let the pass rusher come to him, which is, a problem.
He's probably had to be like in a technique shop all off season. Working with different
talked about
tackle
that.
coaches. Yeah.
Yeah, do you think that's what he did?
Footstep. I hope so. Like center of gravity, not being on your heels, being on your toes. Like when you're leaning back, you got no shot. That's leverage.
You just heard from so many former linemen that are like, it's just technique. It's just technique.
Slap your hands. Slap his hands off.
Well, yeah. Don't you know that, like, physically, a lot of guys could fit the bill as a left tackle and never made it as a successful left tackle, even though they made it to the NFL. If it's just the technique, some guys pick it up, some guys don't. It separates the good players from the bad, doesn't it?
Yes.
Isn't it? Can't you say that about anybody?
Yeah.
Like,
receivers are saying.
Name a terrible hitter who's batting $150. Well, it's just technique. Well, yeah, I get that.
7 of them on a red
but is he going to fix the technique or not? It's like he's in the major leagues. We know he can hit a baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, if Lomu does take him over, how does that play out?
How do they do it?
Like, how does that come about? Like, in camp? Right? Because Will Campbell's going to have the first opportunity. I would think a relatively long leash to be that left tackle.
Yeah, they're going to give reps to Lomu, or he's going to just be so spectacular wherever they have him taking reps. Let's call it right tackle for now. That they're going to say, all right, let's work you in. Let's see where else you can play.
He's going to be penciled at right. He's going to be penciled at right because of the Morgan Moses situation with not playing in games in the preseason.
We never saw him in camp last year, remember?
I was worried about it. Like, how is this guy any good? Yeah, he lasted every damn snap last year. So I think it's like the second Moses starts to struggle, I think that's where he goes in. Then maybe next year you figure it out. Who's the left guy? Who's the right? Can one go to right? Can one go to left? I don't know.
We're not going to be counting left tackle snaps like we do quarterback snaps.
I think we will this year.
Like we did with Drake Maye and Jacoby.
Well, I think we should. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Okay.
Saying, is that what we're in for?
Yeah, I hope so. That means it's a competition if we're counting those reps and those snaps.
Well, I mean, that would be the other way, right, too? Like the Mac Jones, Cam Newton thing where Will Campbell gets nicked up and misses 4 or 5 days and Lomu gets dropped in and then just never gives it up.
Yeah.
Phil Perry's got some quarterback rankings. Let's talk about Drake Maye. We'll do it right after this.
Nothing happens in Boston sports.
What's he doing?
You won't find out about here.
Blowing on the nozzle.
Zolak and Bertrand.
Thought it was clogged.
98.5, the Sports Hub.
Drake Maye, to me, number 5. A top 5 quarterback in 2026. When I'm looking at the quarterbacks that I would want for this upcoming season. And I think it is important to talk about situation here, even if we are trying to independently identify which quarterbacks are the best, exclusive of situation. But I think situation can help or harm your cause in a ranking like this one. I just mentioned with Burrow. Every year he's going to have one of the best receiving cores in football. We really haven't had to see him work without one. Even in his rookie year, he had T. Higgins. Then it was year 2. He was off and running with Jamar Chase and Higgins. And we know what he's been since then. In a ranking like this one, that can in some ways work against you, fair or unfair. So that's the positive.
Is Drake Maye definitively a top 5 quarterback in the NFL in your mind, given that he just finished where he finished in the MVP race, but that obviously doesn't take into account everything?
No.
Doesn't take into account what you've done or what you can be. It's just a snapshot one season. Give me your top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL.
Okay, let's go. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Matt Stafford. And that's where I stop. I think he's around 6 or 7. He's around 6 or 7.
So you don't have him in the top 5?
No, not right now. Not based off the way he finished.
I get that.
Not the way he finished. Like if he finished great and won that Super Bowl, he's probably top 4. I know Allen hasn't won crap. But watch the guy play. He carries the team. You know, it's just the way it is. It's Mahomes, Allen, number 1 and 2. Burrow's there with health. And that offense
Stafford has to be.
Stafford's the MVP, and he looks good.
Only one I disagree with is Lamar Jackson, just because what has he done in the postseason?
I know, but like...
I know the MVPs, all that, I get it.
What they mean to the team. Like, if he's healthy and he can run, like, he's kind of unstoppable. I get that. But, yeah. Again, MVP is about the regular season, though. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the postseason, so... That's why Allen and Lamar always have a shot.
I'm with Phil. I have him at 5. I have Lamar Jackson on the outside just because, again, postseason. I know that Drake didn't play well in the postseason, still got to a Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson has not done that. And
he's bombed in the playoffs.
I know Josh Allen hasn't either, but Josh Allen has carried his team in the postseason before, and we've seen it. 13 seconds away from going to a Super Bowl, right?
If you're doing a strip down of, like, breaking down a guy's play in the postseason, like, don't forget Drake won 3 playoff games. You know, and he made some big throws in each of those. But break down Lamar Jackson's postseason.
I think you've got to remember, though, that a year ago, Lamar Jackson was not bad in the playoffs.
I can't remember.
And if someone hangs on to the football for his team.
Was it the Buffalo game?
Buffalo.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're looking at a different outcome. That the 2025 or 2024 season, the playoffs of a year ago, they won their first game against Pittsburgh, 28-14. He was 16 of 21. He threw 2 touchdowns, no picks. And then in the game against Buffalo, 18 of 25. That's 72%. 254, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. It's not like he was a disaster or bad. He was not the reason his team lost, I would say.
As compared to other years where he just had terrible games.
I mean, he's had some bad ones.
Oh, he has.
Over the years. Yeah.
At home, which is scary. I think his worst ones are at home. They had the whole, like, they had the number 1 seed in the AFC. That's when Kansas City nicked them, right?
Mm-hmm.
They also would have maybe won that if Zay Flowers held onto the ball.
Yeah, that helps from time to time.
At the goal line. Remember that one? Yeah, but I mean, Drake's right there. He's right there. And my expectations for him this year is to move into the top 5.
And who would be the first one out?
Probably Lamar.
I think Burrow's star is starting to fade a little bit.
Can you stay healthy?
Yeah.
That's a big question.
His attitude.
I factor that in.
The attitude, the wanting to play, the kind of nonchalant that he's treated it with.
That's a great point. Some of those quotes at the end of last year would be wildly concerning if I was a Bengals fan when it comes to Joe Burrow.
He's taking shots at them, too. Like,
no doubt.
Part of that is planned. Like, I think when the game starts, he plays. He's there. He's ready to go. But, like, hey, Cincinnati, like, if you're not going to take us seriously, we're not going to take you. I'm not going to take you seriously. But I want to play football. But you're making me start to not want to play football based on the way you handle everything here, the way you treat our players, the way we don't have a practice facility. We've got to walk across the street in our football uniforms. It's like, it's terrible there. Terrible.
What if it's another 9 or 8 win season for them?
Then he's out. Then probably if the Patriots get 10 or 11 wins, then Drake's in. And we'll see what Lamar does with the new coach. Jesse Minter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pick him out of the lineup. Defensive-minded coach. So it doesn't really matter if you interchange 1 or 2 right there. No.
Stafford look any older?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. Just his attitude, his control of the game. Just Rodgers looks old to me. Like, you want to talk about, like, how's the guy look old? Russ Wilson got old. Rodgers got old. Stafford doesn't look like he got old. Stafford looked older at the end in Detroit. He looked banged up and just hurt all the time. They got the bleep kicked out of him. But it doesn't look like he gets the bleep kicked out of him there. He did in Detroit, that Detroit playoff game, though. Like, they laid him out. Remember, he cut his hand and everything? But for the most part, he looks pretty good when he's healthy.
There was all that talk about his back going into last year, and then he played out of his mind the whole season.
Yeah, never had a problem.
John's in Sudbury. Hey, John.
Hey, guys, I have a question. No one's really brought up. We're all talking strength of schedule this year for the Pats, and everyone's sort of like hoping that they make a wild card team. But I'm going to make the case that they should really be more optimistic on getting the division. The Bills and Patriots have the same schedule except for 3 games. We all know that. The 3 games that the Bills have are the Texans, the Rams, and the Ravens. The 3 games that the Patriots have are the Jaguars, the Steelers, and the Seahawks. I would argue that the 3 games that the Bills have in terms of opponent are harder 3 games. I'd rather play the Patriots 3 than the Bills. And if that's the case, the Bills may have a harder schedule. Why isn't more people talking about the division being wide open?
I don't think anybody is saying that the division is not open. Have you?
There's divisions between you and Buffalo.
Yeah, I mean, is anyone saying that the Patriots are not going to be competing for their division again?
I don't think anybody has them as
I haven't heard that from anyone. I mean, wide open would seem to indicate that everybody has a shot at it.
Yeah.
And that's not true. The Patriots and Bills will be competing for the division. I don't think that I haven't heard anything to the contrary.
Nor have I heard anybody talk about it that way. No. Nobody's penciling in Buffalo. Nobody's penciling in New England.
We only talk about the Patriots schedule and the strength of it because it is, on paper, in the month of May now, far more difficult than what it was a year ago. And therefore, we wonder if the Patriots' success of a year ago, was it all fool's gold? Or if it's legit and they're going to follow it up with another great year. That's the only reason it gets talked about. Not because we think it knocks them out of the division or puts them out of contention for anything. It's just simple as that. You just compare last year to this year. I don't think we've compared their schedule to any other team. At least I haven't. Yeah. Maybe you have. Maybe you spend your evenings
comparing schedules,
looking over the
NFL
yet. Schedules and see how difficult some are versus others. Maybe you do that. I
don't do that. No.
We'll grab headlines right now. We'll come right back, though, after. And again, Mike Vrabel's press conference begins at 11:30 today. Stay tuned.